We have got our new crankshaft back from being balanced. We're throwing this thing in right now. Probably not gonna like take you guys along for the entire ride and try to explain it all because I'm not an engine builder and you probably don't want to build an engine the way that I'm gonna build it. But hopefully it will run. I mean, no play. We sent it to Southern Performance here in Dothan, Alabama, and the crank was balanced. Now here's the weird thing about this. The balancer that I sent, because when you get something balanced, you gotta send all the stuff up there to them. Right, so I sent the harmonic balancer, the flywheel, and crank, rods, one set of rings, all that stuff, right? Well, I talked to Ron today, and he's like, yeah, man, I had to change out your weight because I have an adjustable weight on my harmonic balancer. He was like, that was a 50-ounce weight. Y'all, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. That could have contributed to this. I don't really know. The car had no vibration. I didn't feel anything. But yeah, that's what he told me. So he went ahead, he had a 28-ounce weight. He went ahead and put it in, and we should be good to go. These are total seal rings. So these are gapless rings. And I guess I can go ahead and show you guys how they work right now. Normally this would be your top ring, right? So when it's compressed, you know, you have about that much gap in it, something like that. Well, now with these rings, you guys see that lip right on the inside, right there. Is you have another ring that has a gap too. They lock in together like this. So when you look from the top, now you have a totally sealed ring. There you go. So there is a gapless ring setup. Now, I know a lot of people think that you can't run gapless rings with boosted setups and nitrous setups. And here's what I can tell you. I talked to the guys over at Total Seal a while back, about 4 years ago when I built this engine, and they told me absolutely you can run gapless rings with boost, with nitrous, with whatever. He said it's less blow-by, basically almost zero blow-by. You keep all your compression. You know, every car is going to have a touch of blow-by, but you definitely have a lot less blow-by with rings like this. And also it keeps your oil a lot cleaner as well because you're not getting all those carbon deposits blowing by your rings.
Covered in grease and bottomed up in dust. He's gonna cry and he's gonna cuss, but it won't give up. Got a dream for this machine, if you know what I mean. Won't stop until it's done. He'll fix mine, I'll help fix his. Gotta go help out my friend.
We've got the bottom end of this thing all put together. Went pretty smooth for the most part. So from here, I'm gonna go ahead, probably wrap it up tonight. I'll come back out tomorrow, but I really wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way because it's nasty, it's time consuming, and it's probably the worst part of building an engine is putting the rods, rings, and all that stuff in a crank. From here, it's pretty much a cakewalk. It's just nuts and bolts, y'all. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. We got the bottom end put together on the car, and now it's time for all the different stuff that we have to do this thing to make it work in the 65. So let's go over this again. You know, a Fox body has a rear sump. So this is the front of the engine. Normally you would have your pickup tube come out, attach over here, and then pick up oil from the back side. See how that sits? Picks it up from the rear. Now for the 65, it's a front sump. setup. So you have to have all of this. So we've ordered all of it, and it's always scary whenever you do this because you're wondering, oh, is this shit really gonna work right? And we picked up a cheap, like, I don't think this thing was like 60 bucks at the most off of Summit. It looks amazing. We don't even have to paint it. Looks awesome. And it fits perfectly. So check this out. No interference, and that's with no gasket. So, and we are now a one-piece rear main seal setup with this. Okay, so that's gonna be the difference. I think Hot Rod Ray asked, you know, if this was going to be a two-piece setup or a one-piece. So there's a lot of different factors that go into this. You know, with these old 302s and 289s, they're a two-piece rear main seal. But you got to remember, this car is 90% Fox body. This engine is 90% Fox body with just a couple things that have changed. One of those being the oil pan, the pickup tube, and then your timing chain cover. So we're going to run a Fox body timing chain cover. That means that we're running we're gonna run the water pump off of a Fox body on this car with a serpentine belt. The difference is, unless you cut this out, which we could do for a manual fuel pump, you have to put an electric fuel pump in it. We're gonna not put a manual pump in the car. We're just gonna go ahead to an electric fuel pump, which we have down here. And then also right here, you see this little tab. You see this little blank spot right here? That's where your dipstick is gonna have to go. Because with it being a front sump, all of your oil now is in the front of the engine. Well, this particular block doesn't even have a provision for a dipstick. And even if it did, it'd be in the wrong spot. You'd be checking the oil from the wrong spot. So the only way to really do this is either somehow or another tap in to the oil pan or drill into this. With all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started, finish buttoning this thing up. All right, I just wanna let you guys know it's all Berger's fault. The reason why we are where we're at right now in this video, and you guys got gypped on the video, is I told him, I said, I need you to video for me tonight, if you don't mind. Well, he didn't. He didn't video. And I said, did you get some video? He said, no, I didn't video. Ooh, yeah. So, the engine is done. So, got everything together. I do apologize because normally I would video all this stuff, but we just kind of got in our mode and started bolting stuff together. So, I intended on doing a time lapse. Either way, regardless of all that, the engine's done. It's taken us most of the day. We had to do some running around and stuff. The rockers are adjusted, so they're good to go. There's our new carburetor. I don't think you guys have seen that. So our nice new beautiful billet ATM carburetor. I love this thing. It looks so good. Our dipstick tube is right here, so I did drill into the timing chain cover. And don't ask me why I painted it red. I just thought it looked cool, so I did it in red. The only thing left to do now is bolt the headers on and pull the engine out of the 65. So we'll probably go ahead, move this car off the lift tonight, get the 65 in here, start pulling it out, and then probably more than likely get this engine set down in the 65 tonight. I'm gonna try my best though to stick it out and at least, if nothing else, get the engine in the 65 by tomorrow. We'll see, I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a big ass bare spot where we missed it when we get it on the car. Anyway, that's one down. I'll go ahead and get the other ones and we'll start bolting this stuff on, y'all. This is the last night of the 289 in the Gray Ghost. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's bittersweet. Yeah, we went ahead and swapped out the alternator for the silver alternator off the poop coupe. Black alternator is going to go back on it. Oh man, that looks so good. Nice, clean little setup. I went red on the dipstick tube, and I don't know why I did it. It looks cool, though. This thing is fully built now, and it's ready to go in the car. Yeah, nice little clean setup here, y'all. So, super excited about it. Let's go ahead and get busy.
I got 5 on the floor, and the bitch wants some more. But the tack on the dash screaming, oh. Pull tight on the scene, candy paint on clean, shining like a diamond ring. My boy Ron hooked it up just last week. Couple of beers, now my paint on
It is 5:40 in the morning. We have stayed up. The headers, we caught hell with the headers. But the engine is in the car, and as you can see, we did a little something special with the valve covers. Just painted them forward blue to match the block. Not much of a change, but I think it looks really clean. And we've got the engine in the car, but we're tired. I've lost my voice again. It seems to happen late at night like this. Just kind of sprayed the engine bay. But that's gonna wrap it up tonight. Like I said, it's almost 6 o'clock. By the time I take a shower and get in bed, it's gonna be 6:30. So we'll probably get back out here around lunchtime or so tomorrow, a little after. And the goal for today, if you will, to get the flywheel, the clutch, the transmission, basically get the car where it'll run. The only thing is we've got a lot of wiring to do. So I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see if we can't get it busted off. Been a long night, y'all. You got to grind though sometimes. As you can tell, my sinuses, everything is just, oh my God, it's rough. It's rough, y'all. We pushing through. Big thanks to Michael. He stuck it out with me. He's like, let's go ahead and do it. I said, hell, let's do it. I'm gonna get some rest. I'll see you guys in a few hours. So we've not videoed anything today. We have just been getting after it. As you can see though, we've got the exhaust on the car. I know it's not pretty. Yeah, we'll either get to that later or we won't, either way. We did start painting under the car. I painted all the way out to the edge here. I ran out of paint, but should be able to finish that up. But anyway, we're sticking with rubber fuel line on this car, and we're gonna add a couple extra clamps here. But basically, we're just gonna clamp everything up like you would AN line, and I put the fuel pump up here. I know everybody's gonna fuzz. You're not supposed to pull with the fuel pump, but here's what I can tell you. Papa T's car, his Mach 1, has been pulling fuel for what, 30 years? At least 30 years. With a Holly Blue, I think is what's in it. Yeah. Anyway, I think I showed you guys the valve covers and everything else last night. I will ask Papa T what he thinks though. What you think?
I love them.
You love the valve covers? That was kind of a surprise from me to Papa T. Just something a little different.
I think that was really unique on there.
I do too.
The
I like
color.
it. Especially once we put the bolts, the long bolts back in them. I thought about doing some zinc, the gold ones.
Yeah, that looks good.
I think that would look really good, match your carburetor. But so you happy with how it turned out, like the engine bay and all?
It's clean.
Yeah.
Nice, neat, clean.
It won't be this way for long, but it's clean now. We got the SVE starter up here. Shout out to LMR for that. Guys, if you want a cheap mini high torque starter, look into the SVE starter because, man, this has probably been the best one that I've had. It starts real quiet and quick, and should work out perfect on this car as well. We got to make a trip to the auto parts store, and we'll be back. Tucker, look at this. Look, Tucker, you look like a hippo. Look at his mouth. Don't y'all want a bulldog? He's free.
Oh.
That's his dog. We're skipping through a lot of the BS. Tired, we didn't video a lot, and you have to excuse the wiring. It's just temporary to make sure it's gonna run. We don't even have an electric fan or anything on it yet. But okay, so let's go back over this. This engine was completely rebuilt with a new crankshaft. Everything was balanced out, and put it all back in here with Fox Body accessories, and now is running a Fox Body coil over here. We got an electric fuel pump on the car. We had to make a transmission mount from scratch pretty much, or modify one. So there's just a lot of little things going on. This wasn't, originally this was supposed to just be dropped in straight out of the Calypso, but it ended up not to be that way. So we're a little nervous. Hopefully the engine was, was good when we built it. We're about to find out. So it's got oil in it. It won't run very long. We just filled the bowls up. We haven't put a regulator in. We forgot that. So this fuel pump's pretty badass. But anyway, with that being said, let's see if she'll bust off. Yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm actually a lot nervous for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot to go on. I hope it's in neutral. I don't know.
Is it off the ground?
Bump it off up a little bit more down. expect it to start up that quick. Good to go, baby. Got oil pressure. Ooh, yeah.
Damn it, man.
Oh yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah. That's what you think, Virgil?
This is nasty.
So it's idled up right now, and we've not set the timing. But did y'all hear that? Whenever it first busted off, it was like, rah! And instantly I went ahead and touched it, and it was just taking the throttle ice cold.
That's like first touch.
Yeah, so we don't even know what the timing is on it, but we nailed that though right off the bat. That worked out great. Holy crap, y'all! This is gonna be it. I really want to hear it idle down with the cam and the timing set right, which we know it's gonna sound good. It's very similar to Berger's cam in his car. It's not as loud as I thought though.
No.
It's not as loud. It may be those small headers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it revs great. It sounds good, but it's not as loud or as deep as I thought. But
Sure sounds tight.
yeah, it sounds extremely tight. Yeah.
Quick.
Papa T, what do you think?
I bet it's gonna be bad.
Badass. I cannot believe it started so quick.
Wow.
So no, for sure. So y'all, there it is. There's the 347 first startup with the TKX. He got the drive shaft sorted out early. We had to go get a bastard joint, and he got that fixed. You want to show him what you had to do? Hey, like we always say, if you ain't rigging, you ain't riding, y'all. So if you notice, these caps right here are smooth. We could not find the right universal joint. So we just went ahead and ground the cap down just a touch on both sides so that it would lock in.
Pretty much took that little bevel.
What, probably a millimeter? Well, y'all, it is a damn wreck in here.
Yeah.
It's bad. I say it all the time. I ain't gonna say this is the worst it's ever been, but it rivals it. Well, that's it. I wanted to do this for you guys. We started on this Thursday night. Built the engine, and then it is Saturday. The car is running. We just gotta tidy up a few things, get the electric fan on it. Yo, baby, that's it. All right, I'm gonna wrap this one up. And as always, thanks for watching.
Damn.